Okay, good day, everyone. I hope my message finds you well. Thank you so much for taking your time to listen to my recording slides. So if you go to, we continue to module 3 of PL 300, right? So if you go to Google, like what I showed you on Friday, it's actually easy. Well, all you need to go is to go to google.com. Then you go to PL 300, then you press enter. Then you choose the first one, exam PL 300. Then you scroll down, right? Then after scrolling down, you go to instructor led, right? Then you click on Microsoft Power BI Data Analyst. Then you scroll down again. So we have done Discover Data Analysis on Friday. We have done getting started with Power BI. Then we have get data in Power BI today. Then you also look at module 4, clean, transform, and load data in Power BI. Then 5, design a semantic model in Power BI. All right. So having said that, I can now share module 3 slides here. That is, you learn how to retrieve data from a variety of data sources, that is including Microsoft Excel, and also relational databases, right? So with data analysis, you should be proficient very well in Excel, in and out. So there's no room to say, I don't know Excel. Actually, Excel should be your staple food when it comes to data analysis, right? Then relational databases. So there's a relationship between a primary key and a foreign key. So I urge you that you install Microsoft SQL Server and you have it up and running, then you've got no SQL data store. So you also learn how to improve performance while retrieving data. Then you've got learning. And by the end of this module, you'll be able to identify and connect the data source, then get data from a relational database like Microsoft SQL Server. Then also learn how to get data from a file like Microsoft Excel, then get data from applications. Then they are also going to learn get data from Azure Analysis Services, then select the storage mode, then fix performance issues. Then you also need to look into resolve data import errors, right? So the prerequisite for this module, you don't have any prerequisite that you should be knowing. So this module is part of this learning path. We develop dynamic reports in Microsoft Power BI, get and transform data with Power BI, create data for analysis. Right, so there are so many databases that you can work with. Right, so you can use Power BI reports using Tailwind Traders, or even you can use MTA. So you need to manage Excel files. You can manage from Cosmo DB, Cosmo database using JavaScript object notation, documents. So you have requested HR to use an SQL database for employee information, but they haven't yet implemented it, right? So you also need to look into the sources of data, where you're going to get the information from, that is sales data, Microsoft SQL Server. You can also get from HR data, that is Microsoft Excel, then warehouse app, Cosmos DB, and Power Query. So Power Query, how we get to Power Query, you go to start, then you go to go down. I'm using Windows 10, right? So Power BI desktop. Click on Power BI desktop. So it will start loading. And the moment you start loading, that is when you are going to have a splash screen, right? So a screen that appears when a program is running or is starting, can call it a splash screen, right? So that's how you need to work around those lines, right? So at the end of the day, we are going to have a splash screen that is loading. So let's just wait until Microsoft Power BI starts loading. So with Power BI, you can get data from files, that is organizing, open, export, and store data in files. One possible file structure is a flat file. That is, a flat file is a type of file that is only one data table, and every row of data is in the same structure. So the file doesn't contain hierarchies, like likely you are familiar with the most common type of flat files with the comma separated values. These can call them CSV, right? File. So they've got delimited text files and fix it with files. So another type of file would be the output file from different applications like Microsoft Excel, workbooks, right? So the moment you start opening this, I have to open this page, and I can just close here. Let's start say register. All right. Then I can go to home. All right. Okay, let me just sign into Power BI here. All right, so once I get here, I can sign into Power BI. Then it will start loading there. Right, so we go to, so if I click sign in, it's already signed in with my GoFort email. Right, so it will load in there, right? So remember on Friday, I asked you that can you check on your upper right there, then check if your files are in this mode, right? For Power BI that you have loaded in, right? So facilitator 2 and GoFort learning facility, right? Then you can go to get data, right? That is the other thing. So you've got Excel workbook. You can get data from there, Power BI semantic models. That is so with Excel, import data from Microsoft Excel workbook. Create Power BI semantic model. So a model is an abstract representation of the real world object or a thing. So create a live connection to semantic models in the Power BI service. Then you've got data flow, that is import data from the data flow. Then diverse, connect to diverse through its SQL endpoint. Then you can also connect to SQL Server. This is the one that I always encourage you that can you make sure that the IT department for MTN, they approve that you have got locally installed Microsoft SQL Server. And for those who have not yet installed Microsoft Power BI, then please take this time to make sure that you install it. So SQL Server, that is import data from a SQL Server database. Then analysis services, that is live connect or import data from a SQL Server analysis services database. Then text or CSV files, right? That is comma separated values like the notepad. You can import data from a text or a CSV file. Then from the web, you can import data from a web page for analysis. Then all data feed, import data from all data feeds, right? Then blank query, write a query from scratch. Then Power BI template apps, install a pre-built data set and reports in Power BI service, right? Then if I click on more, it's going to show me a lot of things. So it will start loading with the hourglass going on the upper right of your mouse. So it will start loading there. Right. So we have got Excel, so XML, extended markup language, you can import from there, JSON, JavaScript object notation, folder, so the folder from your desktop computer, then import metadata and links about files in your folder. So metadata, these are the characteristics of a file. Like let's say you want to see the dates the file was created and the dates the file was authored, created, modified, or accessed. That is the metadata, right? Then the PDF, we have got import data from a PDF document. Then you've got import data from a Pango document. Then you've got SharePoint, that is imports. SharePoint folder, you can import metadata and links about files, right? In the SharePoint folder, then you've got SQL Server database, that is import data from a SQL Server database. In Access database, import data from the Microsoft Access database. In SQL Server analysis services database, then connect live or import data from a SQL Server analysis services database. Then you can go to Oracle database, that is import data from an Oracle database. Then you can also go to IBM DB2 database, that is import data from a DB2 database. Then IBM Informix database beta, it is import data from an IBM Informix database. Then IBM Netezza, import data from IBM Netezza. In MySQL database, that is import data from a MySQL database. Then going further, so you need MySQL Workbench, right? We can talk about so many databases, but they use the concept of SQL. Then PostgreSQL database, SQL database, import data from a PostgreSQL. SQL database. Then after that, Sybase database. That is import data from a Sybase database. Then Terra database. Import data from a Terra database. Then SAP systems application program HANA database. That is import data from a SAP HANA database. Then you've got SAP business warehouse application server. That is import data from a systems application program business warehouse application server. Then you go to SAP systems application program business warehouse message server. Import data from a SAP business warehouse message server. Then Amazon Redshift is another cloud service that is hosted, and it also stores databases there. Then I've got Impala data from Impala cluster. Then I've got Google BigQuery. You can also import data from there. And you can also import from Google BigQuery, Azure, Active Directory, Twitter. Then I've got Vetka, which is a Vetka database. Then I've got Snowflake. You can also import from Snowflake. Then going further, you've got ESS base, right? You can also import from the ESS base. So that is, so you can analyze data. So it's short for extended spreadsheet database. So this one is a multi-dimensional database management system, right? That provides a multi-dimensional database platform for analytics, including budgeting, planning, and forecasting solutions. So it is part of Oracle's enterprise performance management suite of applications. So that's ESS base, that is short for extended spreadsheet database, uses a multi-dimensional database structure, which is optimized for analyzing large volumes of data from multiple perspectives. So it allows users to model complex business scenarios, perform what-if analysis, and generate reports and visualizations based on the data stored in the ESS-based database. So key features of ESS-based database include multi-dimensional database structure, which is ESS-based stores data in a multi-dimensional format, allowing users to analyze data from different dimensions or perspectives, example by time, product, region, simultaneously. Then we have also calculation engine. So ESS base includes a powerful calculation engine that can perform complex calculations on multi-dimensional data such as allocations, ratios, and forecast. So forecast is just predicting. Then ESS can also perform data integration. This ESS base can integrate data from various sources, including relational databases, spreadsheets, and other data sources. So to provide a unified view of the data for analysis. Then with data visualization, it is ESS-based provides tools for visualizing data, including charts, graphs, and dashboards to help users understand and analyze data more effectively. Then of the security, it is ESS-based, includes robust security features to ensure that only authorized users with access to sensitive data and that integrity is maintained. So overall, ESS base is a powerful tool for organizing, for organizations looking to analyze large volumes of data and gain insights into their business performance, right? Then we've got AT scale, right? So AT scale, we can also import data from the AT scale model, right? So how this one works, it's one of the so AT-Scale refers to the multi-dimensional data models created using the AT-Scale platform. So AT-Scale is a data visualization platform, right, that allows organizations to create virtual cubes, right, or models on top of their existing data sources, such as data warehouses, data lakes, or cloud storage solutions. So these virtual models provide a semantic layer that abstracts the underlying data sources and users to query and analyze data using familiar multi-dimensional concepts, such as measures, dimensions, and hierarchy. So the key features of AT-Scale models include virtual cubes. That is, AT-Scale allows users to create virtual cubes that combine data from multiple sources into a single unified model. So these virtual cubes can be used to perform multi-dimensional analysis using tools like Microsoft Excel or Tableau. And two, we have got the key features of AT-Scale is semantic scale. That is, it still provides a semantic layer that abstracts the complexities of the underlying data sources and provides a consistent view of the data for users. So this allows users to clean and analyze data using business-friendly terms and concepts. Then the key feature of HSQL is aggregation and optimization. So I'm sure you have heard about aggregation. That is summary where we have done the average, minimum, maximum, count, and also sum. So it's got the key feature of HSQL is aggregation and optimization. So HSQL automatically optimizes queries by aggregating data at different levels of granularity and caching results for improved performance. So this allows users to analyze large volumes of data quickly and efficiently. Because we have got another key feature of HSQL models, that is security and governance. So it still provides vast security and governance features to ensure that only authorized users have access to sensitive data, and that data usage is compliant with the regulatory requirements. So overall, we've got HSQL models provides a powerful way for organizations to perform more dimensional analysis on their data without the need to replicate or move data, right? So that's another feature that we can look to for HSQL. So by virtualizing data access, HSQL enables organizations to leverage the existing data infrastructure and tools while providing a unified view of the data for analysis. Then we also have got Power BI semantic thread. We can also import data from the Power BI semantic thread. So the Power BI is just business intelligence, Power BI, the Power Business Intelligence semantics, right? Model. So if you look at the semantic model, that is whereby you say you need to make sense out of something. Then you also have got models, it is an abstract representation of the real world thing or object. And so the Power BI semantics, that is a model, refers to the data models created within Power BI to organize and structure data for analysis and reporting. So these models define the relationship between different tables of data and include calculations, hierarchies, and other elements that enable users to analyze data effectively. So we have got mainly 5 key components of Power BI semantic models. That is, the first one is tables, the second one is relationship, third one is measured, fourth one calculated columns, fifth one hierarchies, sixth one filters and slicers. So in terms of tables, so tables in Power BI represents the different data sources or entities being analyzed. So each table consists of rows and columns. So where columns represent different attributes or measures related to the data. Then we've got relationships. That is, relationships define how tables are connected to each other based on common fields or keys. So Power BI uses these relationships to perform calculations and aggregations across related tables. Then we have got measures. Measures are calculations or metrics that are defined within the model. So they can be simple aggregations like sum or average, or more complex calculations that involve multiple tables. Then filters, then the other key component of Power BI semantics is calculated columns. That is, calculated columns are columns that are defined using DAX, data analysis expressions, and are computed based on other columns in the same table. Then you've got hierarchy. These hierarchies define the hierarchical relationship between different levels of data within a table. And for example, a date hierarchy might include levels such as year, quarter, month, and day. Then you've got filters and slicers. So filters and slicers allow users to interactively filter and slice the data displayed in visuals based on specific criteria. Then you've got Power BI provides a user-friendly interface for guiding and managing semantic models, allowing users to easily import data, define relationships, and create calculations and hierarchies. So semantic models in Power BI enable users to perform complex analysis and create interactive visualization that help derive business decisions. So you can also import from data flows, right? So data flows is just the movement of data from one space to another, like from one point to another, made from finance to account and so forth. But so data flows in business intelligence, it refers to the process of ingesting, transforming, and storing data from various sources in a format that is organized, that is optimized for analysis and reporting. So data flows enables organizations to centralize and standardize their data preparation workflows, making it easier to ensure data quality and consistency, right? So this one, they ensure data quality and consistency across different reports and analysis. So we have got basically 6 key aspects of data flows in Power BI. The first aspect is data ingestion. The second one is data transformation. Third one is data modeling. Fourth one is data storage. Fifth one is data refresh. Sixth one is data gathering. So key aspects of data flows, explaining them further when you talk about data ingestion, that is data flows can ingest data from various sources, including databases like files, application programming interfaces, and streaming sources. So this data is extracted and loaded into the data flow for further processing. Then two, the key aspect is also data transformation. So data flows allows users to perform various transformations on the ingested data, such as cleaning, filtering, aggregating, and joining data sets. So these transformations help prepare the data for analysis and reporting. Then we've got data modeling, that is data flows can also include data modeling capabilities, that is allowing users to define relationships between different data sets, creating calculated columns and measures and define hierarchies. Then for data storage, that is the transformed and model data is stored in the data flow, which acts as a centralized repository. That is when you are doing data flows, right? So data flows can also include data modeling capabilities. That is allows users to define relationships between different data sets, create calculated columns and measures, and define hierarchies, right? Then the fourth one is data storage, whereby the transformed and module data is stored in a data flow, which acts as a centralized repository for the data. So this data can then be used by different BI tools and applications for analysis and reporting. Then the fifth one, data refresh, that data flows can be scheduled to automatically refresh and update the data based on a predefined schedule. So this ensures that the data is always up to date and reflects the latest changes from the source system. So with data governance, that is data flows can help to enforce data governance policies by providing visibility into data lineage, data quality, and data usage. So this helps organization ensure compliance with regulations and standards. Then you've got data. So overall, if you look at data flows, right? In overall, if you look at data flows, that is, they play a critical role. So this one, they play a very critical role, right? In terms of BI, right? So they play a very critical role in terms of BI by providing a scale, right? Scalable. So scalable, you can say it can be expanded, right? It can be expanded. So when you expand something, meaning that you need a larger view of detail. So that's the good part of it, whereby when you have data marks, that mean data flows, right? So they are scalable, so meaning that you can expand them with the efficient way to prepare and manage data for analysis, enabling organizations to derive valuable insights and make informed decisions. Then data marks, that is, so this one, they create a live connection data marks in the Power BI service. That is data marks in business intelligence, a specialized data repository that store data optimized for a specific business function or a team. So data marks are typically subsets of a larger data warehouse and are designed to serve the needs of a particular department or business unit within an organization. So they are used to improve performance and simplify access to data for analytical purposes. So basically, the key features of data marks, there are 6. The first one is they are focused on specific business areas. The second one is subset of a data warehouse. The third one is optimized for performance. Fourth one is data integration. Fifth one is data security. Sixth one is scalability. So the first one is say focused on specific business areas. That is, data marks are designed to store data related to a specific business function, such as sales, marketing, finance, or operations. So this focused approach allows for easy analysis and reporting within that particular area. So we also have a subset of the second one, a subset of data warehouse, that is data marts are often built as subsets of a larger enterprise data warehouse. So they can be created using a top-down approach. So where data is extracted from the data warehouse and tailored to specific needs of the business unit. 3, optimized for performance. So data marts are optimized for querying and reporting, which can improve performance compared to querying the entire data warehouse. So they are typically designed with a specific data model and indexing strategies to speed up data access. So you also have got data integration. These data marts can integrate data into multiple sources, including internal systems, external sources, and other data marts. So this integration allows for a comprehensive view of the data with a specific business area. Then also for data security, these data marts can implement security measures to ensure that only authorized users have access to the data. So this is particularly important for sensitive data such as financial information or customer information. Then also for scalability, these data marts can be scaled up or down based on the needs of the business. So they can handle large volumes of data and can be expanded to accommodate new data sources or analytical requirements. Then overall, data marts play a crucial role in BI by providing focused and optimized data storage solutions for specific business areas, enabling organizations to make informed decisions and gain valuable insights from their data. Then also with the warehouse. So a warehouse, if you know, remember about the warehouse, that is whereby you say you can store a lot of things in your warehouse, right? Like shovels, garden forks, right? Or anything that you can store in the warehouse that is in everyday life, right? But now, coming back to our business intelligence or our Power BI, the meaning of the warehouse is in the context of business intelligence. The data warehouse is just a central repository of integrated data from one or more separate sources. So it is used for reporting, analysis, and business intelligence activities. So data warehouses are designed to support decision-making processes by providing a consolidated view of historical and current data. So we can also, the key features of data warehouse include, so there are 6 key features. We have data integration 1, number 2, subject oriented, number 3, time variant, 4, non-volatile, 6, designed for query and analysis, 6, scalable, and they are flexible. So looking at the key characteristics of data warehouses, that is data integration. So data warehouses integrate data from multiple sources, such as transactional databases. So as I explained, for transaction, these are the set of activities that take place in a database, right? So data warehouses integrate data from multiple sources, such as transactional databases, customer relationship management systems, enterprise resource planning systems, and other sources. So this integration process involves cleaning, transforming and consolidating data to ensure consistency and accuracy. Then through a good subject-oriented, that is data warehouses are organized around specific subjects such as sales, marketing, finance, or operating. So this organization allows for a comprehensive view of data related to a particular area of the business with the time varying. So data warehouses store historical data, enabling users to analyze trends and patterns over time. So this historical perspective is essential for making informed decisions based on past performance. Then you put non-volatile, that is data warehouse and non-volatile, meaning that once data is loaded into the warehouse, it is not changed or updated. So this ensures data consistency and integrity for reporting and analysis purposes, right? Then number 5, you can also have they are designed for query and analysis. So data warehouses are optimized for querying and analysis data structures in a way that facilitates fast and efficient retrieval of information. So these are achieved through the use of data modeling techniques such as STAR or Snowflake schemas. Then it is scalable and flexible. So data warehouses are designed to be scalable, allowing them to handle large volumes of data. So they are also flexible, that is allowing for changes and updates to the data model as business requirements evolve. So overall, you can say data warehouses play a critical role in business by providing a reliable and centralized repository of data that can be used for to support decision-making processes in drive business performance, right? When you look at lakehouses, right, I'm sure when you see the word lake, you now start thinking about those lakes that we have, right? So even in Power BI, you can also have the lake, that is, they create a live connection to lakehouses in the Power BI service. So that is lakehouses in business intelligence refer to a data architecture that combines the features of data lakes and data warehouses. Right? So this approach aims to leverage the benefits of both styles to create a more flexible and scalable environment for storing and analyzing data. So basically, we've got 6 key features of lakehouses. That is 1, storage; 2, schema and read; 3, data processing; 4, querying and analysis; 5, scalability; then 6, data governance. So if you look at storage, that is lakehouses, store data in a raw, unprocessed format, similar data lakes. So this allows for storage of large volumes of structured, semi-structured, and unstructured data without the need for upfront schema definition. Then you've got schema on reads, that is unlike traditional data warehouses that use a schema on write approach. Lakehouses use a schema on read approach. That is, this means that data is not transformed or structured until it is read by an application or use query. So data processing, that is lakehouses, supports both edge and real-time data processing. So this allows for the processing of data in real time, enabling organizations to retrieve insight from streaming data sources. So query and analysis, that is lakehouses, supports SQL-based queries and analytics, making it easier for analysts and data scientists to access and analyze data using familiar tools and language. Then you've got scalability. That is, lakehouses are designed to be highly scalable, allowing organizations to scale storage and compute resources based on their needs. So this scalability enables organizations to handle large volumes of data in complex analytical workloads. Then we've got data governance, that is lakehouses incorporate data governance principles to ensure data quality, security, and compliance. So this includes the ability to check data lineage, enforce data policies, and manage access control. Then you can also import from. So overall, the lakehouses in BI offer a modern, flexible approach to data management and analytics that is enabling organizations to drive valuable insights from their data while maintaining scalability and agility. Right? So you can also import from KQL databases, that is create a live connection. You can also import from Azure. Some they pronounce it as Azure, but myself I pronounce it as Azure. Azure SQL, you can also import from Azure Synapse Analytics SQL for analysis. You can also import from Azure Analysis Services databases. You can also import from Azure Database for PostgreSQL. You can also import from Azure Blob Storage. You can also import from Azure Table Storage. You can also import from Azure Cosmos DB. Azure, you can also import from Azure Data Explorer Filter. You can also import from Azure Data Lake Storage. And you can also import from Azure Data Lake Storage Generation 1. Right? So all these imports, once you import, you can analyze, you can check the data for analysis, right? Then Azure HD Insight HDFS. You can also import from Azure HD Insight Spark. HD Insight Interactive. You can also import from Power BI, data flows, SharePoint Online List, the Microsoft Exchange Online. Then you can also import from Dynamics 365 Online Legacy. And then you can import from Dynamics 365 like this. Then Dynamics NAV. Then Dynamics 365 Business Central. Then Dynamics 365 Business Central on premises in common data service legacy. Then you can import from Azure DevOps Vault only. You can also import from Azure DevOps Server Vault only. You can also import from Salesforce objects. You can also import from Salesforce reports. You can also import from Google Analytics, then Adobe Analytics, then App Figures, Data Wells, GitHub. I'm sure you know GitHub, right? Which we all need to have a GitHub account. You can also import from LinkedIn, Sales, Data, then Keto Data, Mix Panel, Data, then Plan View Portfolio. You can also import from QuickBooks, right? Line Data, then Smart Sheet. Then you have the Spark Post Data, then Suite IQ, it is intelligent quotient. And also have planned with enterprise architecture. You can import from Zendesk data from a web SharePoint list or data feed, Active Directory, Microsoft Exchange. Then you can also import from Hadoop, right? Then analyze the data. Then you can also import from Spark. You can also import from Hive. You can also import from R script. So R is one of the programming languages, right? Just like Python, they are sisters, they are brothers. Python. You can import from Python script. Then you can also go to open database connection, then OLTP. Then you can also go to ACT RYS, that is model automation and planning data. You can also import from Action data, then Amazon HANA. You can also import from Amazon Open Safe Service. Then you can also import from Anaplan. You can also import from Asana. You can also import from Assemble Views. You can also import from a scale Qt. Then you can also import from Autodesk Construction Cloud. You can also import from Automation Anywhere. Then you can also import from Automation Data Analytics. Then you can also have Azure Costs Management. You can also import from Azure Resource Graph. You can also import from Azure HD Insight and AKS Trino Beta. You can also import from Solver. You can also import from BI Connector. You can also import from BitSight security settings. You can also import from BQE or you can also import from Bloomberg Data Analytics. You can also import from C Data Connect Cloud. You can also import from 7 EMS data, then Chareo Cloud Database Azure until you go to the bottom right. So basically, when you have imported all these, you are now able to analyze that data, right? But we find that we are mainly going to play with Excel and we're mainly going to play with Excel and just take this test. At least we need this file. So I can open it here, just check what is in the content of that file. With Excel loads, Excel, they've got quite a number of, so these are the files. I just created this Excel file for demonstration purpose. So let's say I want to import that Excel file, right? If I go to Excel workbook, and I go to connect, right? Then I go to like loads, just go to this, okay. Wait to start loading. Please wait while we start the connection because with XLS, right? So please wait while we start the connection with that. Then, yeah, it will keep on sending some messages. But once it is loaded, there it is, right? So you come to the navigator. Then you go to, you tick this Excel sheet here. Then you load, right? That's it. Go to data. Okay, it's fine. If you come back to that point, I say load data, right? But if I just go to transform, right? After loading the data, I can go to transform, that will be fine, right? So if I go to the converting Excel sheet, creating connection, so for creating connection, there is creating connection model, loading data model, 14 command line was loaded, right? So it's like, so then visual. So this is the sheet that's just loaded on the right side here, right? The column subject, right? Okay. So you can go to model report view on the upper left there. Right, yeah, the machine should be a bit faster. If it's not that fast, then it can give some challenges, but just until, right? Then if you go to table view, you can see mathematics, physical science, English, the math. Then you go to model view, right? That is an abstract representation of the real world thing, right? So basically, this is the one that you can now play around. Right? So this is the main for your Power BI. Go to file, to help, right? You can get data, Excel will be let data, SQL Server, run the data, database, and sources from the data, you can refresh, new measure, new column, new table, manage rows, view as, then language, then linguistic. Then you can publish after data analysis, right? So when you publish, it goes to app the Power BI.com, the one that I was showing you on Friday last week, right? So we can say that from there, so what we have been transforming to the Power Query, right? Whereby you need to do everything in the Power Query, right? So before creating reports, extract data from various sources, learn new things for interacting with SQL Server and Excel, then use Power Query to clean data, that is rename columns, you can rename those columns, right? Clean, remove the empty files, then learn to identify and connect to data sources, then get data from relational databases like Microsoft SQL Server, get data from files like Microsoft Excel, get data from applications, then get data from Azure analysis services. Select the storage modes, then fix performance issues, then resolve data import error. Then get data from files. That is, organizations often export and store data in file. So common file formats, that is include flat files, which with consistent row structure, right? So common types of flat files are comma separated files. So delimit text and fix width. So output files from applications like Microsoft Excel workbook are also common, right? So we can come up like what I've done there with a test file. You can develop your own Excel worksheet or the one that is given. So it's time that HR requested Power BI reports using this data and data from other sources. That is Excel file locations, local, that is import data into Power BI without linking the original file. Then OneDrive for business, that is keep Excel file in Power BI reports synchronized. We also got OneDrive, that's the one that we use even at Coforge, even at MTN. They're using Microsoft Cloud Services. Then we get data from a relational data sources, that is a relationship databases, right? So when you say import, you're getting the data there. So you're going to do a lab that clearly illustrates that. Right? So after adding server and database names, you'll be prompted to sign in with the username and passwords, which is what we have done on Friday. Then to import data, to import tables with Power BI desktop, select the checkboxes of the table and choose either load or transform that. So you've seen that on your side, right? Then to update data using source settings. So you're going to do that in your Power Query when you update or load the data there, right? Then SQL queries start with select statements, which are deeply baked that can you have Microsoft SQL Server installed up and running, right? So SQL queries start with a select statement to choose specific fields from the database. So use commas to separate the fields you want to select, for example, ID, name, sales amount. Then use the from keyword to specify the table from which to pull the data. I'm sure you know this from your SQL Server. Then avoid using stars, wildcard, asterisks, and so Power BI desktop can connect directly to relational database for analysis, right? So it can connect to your SQL Server directly for analysis, right? We are going to do a part that demonstrates that, right? Then you've got dynamic reports for individuals, right? So write SQL query and connect database in Power BI desktop. Create a parameter. So a parameter is just a placeholder value when a function is defined. Then adjust SQL query to use the parameter, for example, sales person. So apply the parameter to the reports, display data for a specific value. Then you've got dynamic reports for multiple value. Create an Excel table with a list of values. Connect the Excel table in Power BI desktop. Rename columns and change the data type as needed. Create a function to pass the value from Excel to a main query. then you use the function to query data from multiple values simultaneously. Alright, so the other sources that you can get your data from, you can get it from Azure Cosmos DB, right? Which is a NoSQL database, right? So you can import and normalize data from JavaScript object notation format before loading it into Power BI. Then get data from online services, that is SharePoint. So use get data feature and select SharePoint combined list. So enter SharePoint URL. So yeah, we're going to do a practical that is in relation to that. Then get data from Azure Analysis, that is use get data feature and select Azure Analysis services. Authenticate and select the module and tables you need. So authentication is just verifying that is something genuine or is it not genuine. Like when choose between import and connect live modes based on the requirements. Then you need to fix performance issues, that is use query folding to optimize data transformations in Power Query. Then use query diagnostics to analyze query performance, that is optimize queries by processing data in the original data source and use native SQL queries. And then you can also resolve timeouts, sometimes they might be errors, right? So we need an exercise that we can do, right? Exercise fail data in Power BI. So this exercise is going to emphasize everything that I've been talking about in the previous part. So like I said on Friday, let me just go back again so that you won't worry about getting the link. So our module code for Power BI is PL-300, right? So you press enter, then you go there, right? Then you go to video, right? So from there, right, then from there, PL-300, which is the first option, you click here. And then after clicking there, you start loading exam PL-300 methods of Power BI data analysis. So use the vertical scroll bar to scroll down. So as a template for this exam, yeah, these things you just need to read about you, right? Get the feel of Microsoft things. Of course, like I literally on Friday, that's Power BI in South Africa, particularly in Africa, is cheaper. Click here, click $5, right? For 5 years, it's like what 1.1. So these are the skills that I spoke about on Friday that will be the new exam. Then instructor led, right? Click on instructor led. Then you go to Microsoft Power BI data analyst, right? Then we go down, or to discover data analysis. So we have done discover data analysis. This is module 1. Module 2, get that started building Power BI. Then you right click on get data in Power BI, right? Then you open link in Power BI. When you click on it, so we have I've spoken to you about the introduction, get data from files, get data from relational databases. So relational database is the primary key and the foreign key, and create dynamic report parameters. So the parameter, that is where we are seeing the placeholder values. Then get data from a NoSQL database like Cosmos DB. Then get data from online services like web, LinkedIn, GitHub. Then select the storage mode. Right, then get data from Azure Analysis Services, then fix performance issues, resolve data input errors, then exercise to pay data in Power BI. Right. So once you click here, confirm here, then you click exercise data in Power BI. Then from there, it will start saying launch lab, right? So you can go here, and then you sign in to the lab, right? Once you sign in to the lab, it will show you the lab that you're supposed to do. So I think the lab might take about 30 minutes to do, right? Yeah, so yeah, right. In my case, I'm just going to choose use another. Then I use facilitator. Facilitator keywords. When I click next, then we go to facilitator 2. Then I put my password, right? Like the good part these days, even if you share your password with someone, even if they have it, right? My password is good speed for if they have someone else your password, they can't do much, right? Because you need an authenticator app, right? whenever. So let me just authenticate from here. Just a moment. Yeah, let's process the authentication. So I've just confirmed that my password. So I'll put the number there. Then send another request. Let me try send another request. Yeah, answer yeah. Mm, Then this one. Right, so you can sign in, right? So if they decide they need to start loading, right? But I'm sure now, they need to sign in. But if you work out on your side, it's very good to the web, like the lab that you should be using. I don't know why from my side it keeps on asking me these things, but uh, okay, let me try again. Yes or no, that dialog box keeps on coming, right? Okay. Okay, this lab, maybe the computer that I'm using, I'll try on another computer, but basically there's a lab that you're supposed to be there, right? That is when you sign in, you should be able to use this lab, right? Let me try to transfer this, try to transfer this presentation to my other computer and see, even if it's like that, let me start another computer, but for sign incognito mode, right? Let me see. Well, it does this, but eventually to sign in, but I just want you to get the feel that it is 300. Let me click here. Mm, then go to the second part and then expect to discover the analysis the second part. Then go to for the exercise, um, then loading load, then launch, sign in to launch the load. Then facilitator two, let me just go back here. Just check if I'm not putting a wrong password here. No, I hope this time I'm going to be able to log in. area with the server. Then the load this one. So rename this is the personal account. Yeah, let me try maybe with my personal account, right? Because I'm using the email and it's not logging in, but it used to log in. It doesn't want to go through. Um, I don't know if you log into your on your side, right? You should be able to launch the lab like what we used to do, right? And this is the browser I'm using. Let me try another browser. Try with the Microsoft page. Then you go to it. No, not AIPL. PL based around the right. First one that we exam PL based around it. When you go down, the structure link, right? I put it for the you're going to get that info here. Maybe this one. We have a name this one. Exercise that info here. Then load the low slave, right? Yeah, this one I finally. I don't know what's happening with Microsoft Edge. Right, so it will just ask you ask to verify a puzzle. Just verify, solve this puzzle, then verify. Pick the mouse that can't reach the cheese. Each. Yeah, so this what puzzle, you know. The mouse that can't reach the cheese. This one. Can't reach the cheese. Okay, this one, if it moves like this. This one, this one, this one, this one, turn, and this one, turn. And this one, this one, this one, this one, turn. And this one, turn now. Yeah, this one. This one, turn now. And this one, turn. This one, turn now. This one, turn. This one, turn. Well, this one, turn now. This one, turn. This one, turn. This one, turn. This one. Yeah, this one is very much, right? Which, um, this is difficult in terms of the this one can, this one cannot, this one can, this one cannot, right? This one, this one cannot, this one cannot, and this one cannot, and this one can, but this one can, this one cannot, and this one, this one, this one, this one cannot. Um, then this one, yeah, yeah, this one can, and this one cannot, this one cannot. No, this one, this one, pick one square that shows two identical objects. At least this one is creating. This one. Pick one square that shows two identical objects. This one. Pick one square that shows two identical objects. This one. Pick one square that shows two identical objects. And yeah, at least this puzzle was better. Right, so start left. Right, so you can maximize this layout. I'm sure you are familiar with this layout when we covered the SQL set, right? So we can, so the lab environment you launch, then your lab environment is being built. Your lab will be ready in about 1 minute and 40 seconds. Okay, 1 minute, 20 seconds. At 1 minute, try to launch. So I think if your Microsoft Edge gives you problems, just use your Chrome, right? Or another browser. Right, so another browser. Mm. Okay, 1 moment, it's coming. Right, so we can put the password, right? 555. Yeah, we do it. All right, and then done. Right, so you can go to next on your lower right, right? Next. So the next thing is you use the left downloads button below to copy the latest files from the GitHub. So GitHub, like I said, you also need to have a GitHub account. So I will check with you if you have a GitHub account, right? Then go download your lab, right? Just create a GitHub account, right? So it will download. Then you want to speak with your internet, right? You download. Yeah, done. So you go to File Explorer, the taskbar, then you go to this PC, then you go to all files, right? So these are the files that we have just downloaded, right? You know. So in these files, you put database backup, so it's database backup is the Adventure Awaits DW1020 Intel's tools 2020. When you go to demo, um, these data instructions resources. So the resources are the ones that we are going to use to do the lab, right? So this format, it's a Power BI extension file format. So it's PBIX, right? Just like if it's a Excel document, it's XLSX or CSV, right? Then you've got Word document, it's DOCX, right? PowerPoint PPT. So for you to get the lab instruction, right, you can just read through here, this copy, then adjust the window, then you click next on lab instruction, right? Lab story. So it says open your Power BI. So the Power BI is here, like locally installed. And then this lab should take approximately 30 minutes, but they've given like 2 hours with the top here, right? So that is when it will disappear after 2 hours. So it's scroll down, this is the short scroll down. Right, then to open the starter, right? So then the splash thing of Power BI is loading, right? So once it start loading, it's finished loading, follow this instruction, right? Open your Power BI, then go to File. Then, yeah, my email address, again, I will put my facilitator to go for, right? Then that's it. Then continue. Right. Right. Then from there, assigned to you by an organization. Okay, so continue. Say to take me here, right? Okay, let me put my email here. How do you correct let's see what the password. Yeah, it was my Microsoft Authenticator. I put that 93. Then I also put my cell phone password. And I log in, right? Okay, so now this app only is fine. You can read through, right? Then after that, I go to file. Then I go to file. I go to open reports, then browse reports. Right, so it's logging. So you go to file, open reports, then browse reports, file, then open report size. Okay, then okay, browse on this device, right? Go to browse on this device. That is when you can go to local all files, right? Then you go to all files, then you go to labs, right? Then you go to lab one, that is prepare 01, prepare data with Power Query in Power BI dashboard starter. Then you go to starter here, then you click on sales analysis, right? Then you select. So once you are there, you start working, then you go to the next page, but select the sales analysis file, save a copy of this file, it saves into the all files, right? Solution. Then the next thing is when you are here, go to get data, right? It says what in the home tab here, select SQL, the SQL server, right? Then you put come here, right? But in this case, don't worry about all these credentials, just say okay, right? Um, the local host, local, local, local host, meaning the local installed SQL server. Okay, click on that. Then after that, you can go to, you follow these instructions, right? Then we are good to finish here. You are left, right? So just follow that. So if there are challenges while it's following this, yeah, I can help you and find that. I can end this very bad. So on your side, you need to finish it, right? Okay, then after this, you can also go to check your knowledge. That is, check your knowledge, just practice on what you've understood there. Then check your answers, right? Okay, so after that, I'm going to go to the summary. That is, learned about pulling data from various sources into Power BI. So data sources include files, relational databases, Azure Analysis Services, cloud-based applications and websites. So different approaches for different data sources. For example, Excel data from Excel tables, then considerations for relational database. That is, for example, query timeouts, then connect live to SQL analysis services for real-time data changes. Then select data storage mode requirements based on requirements, import for quick visuals, direct field for real-time updates. Then learn to solve performance problems and data input errors using Power BI queries. So that is the end of module 3. All right, so let's move on to module 4, right? So I'll email you these slides so that you can have them with you. Right, so this is the Renovate. Then go to PL 300. So go to module 4, right? Module 4. Right, so it's loading, the splash screen is loading. We can go to, all right, so the next thing that you have to do is the module 4 is clean, transform, and load data in Power BI. So we find that Power BI, Power Query is an incredible number of features that are dedicated to helping you clean and prepare your data for analysis. So you learn how to simplify a complicated model, change data types, rename objects, and pivot data. So you also learn how to profile columns so that you know which columns have the valuable data that you are seeking for deeper analytics. Then we've got Power BI and Power Query can help clean and prepare data for analysis. Then shape the initial data. So you have the headers with the rows. So remove top rows that are blank or contain unnecessary data. Then remove columns early in the process to improve performance. Then evaluate and change column data types as Power BI desktop automatically detect data types, but errors can occur, especially with factors like CSV or Excel. Then we've got so incorrect data types can lead to performance issues and prevent certain calculations, hierarchies, and relationships. Then combine multiple tables into a single table. So this is where you need to have a full knowledge of SQL, right? Where we have join options for merging includes left outer, full outer, and inner join, similar to SQL join statement. So combining queries, we have created a consolidated view of data for reporting analysis purposes. Then you can also profile data in Power BI. So you need to know rows and columns, and so you understand that. What is a string? You understand that, right? Outliers, something that is out of range or out of league in your Power BI, right? Then use advanced editor to modify M code, right? So Power Query uses the M language, right? Behind the scenes to create steps for loading, for data shaping. So the M code for each step can be viewed and modified using the advanced editor and Power Query. The steps in Power Query are pre-aligned with lines of M codes, making it readable and accessible for customizations. So you can experiment with changing M codes, such as renaming the database directly in the advanced editor. Right? So we also have to go to the exercise. So remember, we clean, transform, and load data, right? That's the next step. So I'll close these tabs, right? Okay, anyway, I'm using the browser. I'm using Google Chrome browser, right? It's the one that prompts me to load. So even if I go to, I'll type PL-300. Here's the module codes, then exam PL-300 Microsoft Power BI data analysis. Right, then from there, you scroll down, right? Then scroll down. Right, Microsoft Power BI data analyst. Right. So you scroll down here, discover data analysis, then get data building with Power BI, then get data in Power BI, then transform and load data in Power BI. So you can right click here, we open this one, right? So in these areas, that is where I've just briefly discussed about introduction, shape the initial data, simplify the data structure, evaluate and change column data types, combine multiple tables into a single table, profile data and Power BI, then use advanced editor to modify and code. Exercise that is load data in Power BI data, check your knowledge, right? You can go here, you open this exercise here, that is the lab environment. So all you need to do is you need to log into that, right? Whereby you start loading the lab. So if you start loading the lab, then you can say launch the lab, right? So it will launch the lab, right? Automatically. Then before you start this lab, unless you are continuing from the lab, please launch above. So start the lab. So this lab is about 45 minutes, but it will be open for you for 2 hours, right? So you actually enjoy this lab. So we have got basically 10 labs that are of this type. Like I said, in Power BI, it was 17 modules, right? So having 17 modules, we have 10 labs. Some of the modules, they don't have labs. But this is the second lab that we are building. We are doing. So we move on to your lab environment is being built. So your lab will be ready in about 1 minute and 40 seconds. So the progress bar will continue showing in green, showing the completed space, moving towards the end. I think now it's 1/4 and it's moving. All right, so these are virtual environments, and I'm sure you get to know what is happening in those labs, right? So the progress bar will continue moving, right? So, so we are moving further and further, right? Using that. Right, so we can take a cup of coffee if it's loading like this, right? So drink some water. So it's about your leg will be ready in about 15 minutes. So sometimes, as you are waking, you might need to take a nap, right? It is normal, right? It's very, very normal. Um, right. Okay, let's move on. Move on. About 30 seconds, right? Okay, that's great. That's great. That's great. Almost there. Looking good, looking good. Right. Almost there, almost there. Right, then yeah. So preparing while connecting, like wow, this work while connecting. So you scroll down so that you can be able to get the credentials to log in. Pay previous. The credentials are on the lower right. So this is the username, student, password, PN. Then let's just wait. Hold on. PN 55 great. All right, yeah, then you press and so it will load in there. So you read this through, right? Whereby it says this content in this lab, the data is designed by Microsoft. All right, so this is just a disclaimer. You can sign into the lab virtual machine. That is, you can say next. Then the next thing is before you start, use the download lab file button below to copy the latest file from GitHub. So GitHub, you should open a GitHub account, right, for your development of your data science career. So you go to download lab files, right? Then it will start moving here by showing that it's doing something. Once it's done, it will communicate that congratulations, you have successfully downloaded your para you've downloaded your the lab resources, right? So that um, right. So after that, you can just check did I download, right? You go to the taskbar, click on File Explorer, right? Then you use the vertical scroll bar, then go to all files. Then after all files, click on all files again. This is the lab that you have downloaded, right? Lab files, right? So you read through this, right? So that you just get a feel of what is happening. Then next, you follow the lab instructions, right? So as usual from the previous one, this is what we call data analysis now, right? So you can now go to your Power BI, double click it, right? But all the same, I urge those who haven't, you have the local installed Power BI software to do so. Download it and install it on your local host, right? Because we need it later or something. But even if it's not installed, right, then as well work with the online environment, you can still get the perfect feel, even for those with local installed things, right? Okay, then ladies and gentlemen, this is the second lab. So all you need to do is to go to this part. You can just close it first. Then you go to file, and then you go to file. Okay, so it might take a bit of time. File. All right, then you can go to browse, but because I opened it, you can just go to browse this file, right? Then you go to local, that's all files, right? That's all file. Then you go to labs, right? Then you load data with Power Query, Power BI. Then from there you go to starter. Then you go to sales analysis, go to PBIX. PBIX, that's the file extension for Power BI. Then you open. And so we can also use facilitator in case you can use the MTN emails as facilitator to go for so I use my web email when dots CO dots that's then from there working on it, right? So start working on it. So assigned by my organization, by your organization. Then I click here. Then it will start loading. Then I will put my email again. Facilitator to for um let's see what it will do, right? Oh, I misspelled the trust with the T. It's correct now, right? Because it's so that is paying the domain. Then I put my password. Then we'll get this one. So we'll go here, go to this part. So you go to more on this app only. Then it will start loading, right? So after that, just to follow these instructions, right? Follow this instruction and they explain how transform, how to load into Power Query. Follow these instructions, right? So the lab is going to run for 45 minutes, but it's open for 2 hours, right? Okay, so that's how you can work that. But if you have challenges, please contact me and facilitate up to 8. Go forth. Let's see what that's it. Or you can WhatsApp me on 084-947-8958. Okay, so this is module 3, right? So I'm closing the lab. Right? So that we move on. And I also give you a feel and exposure. Finish the lab and you're done that. Okay, so I can just close here, then I'll close here. Okay, then so that is the end of module 4. Basically, but on module 4, you have to do the knowledge check. Check your knowledge also after doing the lab, right? You need to check your knowledge after doing the lab and see what you learned, what you gained, what you need to reflect on that. Doing these 3% normal. So after that, we can go to summary, whereby you say the module 4, that is clean, transform, and load data. What was it all about? That module 4. Clean, transform, and load data in Power BI. Well, this module explained how You can check data that is difficult to read, huge calculations you want to discover, and make it simpler for report authors and others to use. So additionally, learn how to combine queries so that there are fewer in the number, which makes data navigation more streamlined. So you also replace the renamed columns into renamed readable form and review good naming convention for objects in Power BI. So that's module 4 now. But thank you so much for taking your time through this. And let's go through module 5, which is the next module that we are going to look at. And so I've made sure that my PowerPoint slides are straightforward, easier, and straight to the point, right? They are comprehensive enough. Right, so we have design a schematic model in Power BI. So the process of creating a complicated semantic model in Power BI is straightforward. So if your data is coming in from more than one transactional system, before you know it, you can have dozens of tables that you have to work with. Building a great semantic model is about simplifying the disarray. The schema, star schema is one way to simplify a schematic model. So it just refers back to what we did in our data side. So create more text tables, then 2, create many relationships, and 3, resolve circular relationships, and 4, design star schemas. Right? Then moving further, they are not really busy, right? So schematic just need to make sense out of it, right? So you need to apply the database concept where you have the primary key, the foreign keys, with one-to-one relationship, 0 to many relationship, one to many, many to many relationships, right? So that is whereby you can create a date table. So you have created a SQL statements, so you can build a common date table using source data analysis expression functions or Power Query. So data analysis expressions are like calendar, right? That is, in calendar auto function can be used to create a date table. Calendar function returns a range of dates based on specified start and end date. So while calendar auto returns dates based on existing data in the semantic model, right? Right, so working with dimension, right? So a dimension that stores details about business entities, right? While fake tables contain information about events that sales orders or shipments, right? So the theory can order into that, but we have got a parent to child hierarchy. Whereby say a parent table is a is a is the one that is with the primary key, and that primary key goes and works as a foreign key in the in the child table, right? Then define granularity, whereby we have to go to the smallest unit of the data value, right? Then work with the relationships and cardinality, right? So cardinality, you can say this is the number of instances or occurrences of entities, right? So they can be in one direction or it can be both directions, they can be unidirectional, right? Then resolve modeling languages challenges, that is resolve circular challenges relationship in Power BI can follow the following steps. Identify the circular relationship. 2, determine the cause. Then 3, you can also simplify the relationship. Then 4, break the loop. 5, reevaluate your data model. Then 6, following these steps, right? Need to follow those 6 steps, right? Then you can also go to the exercise for the Power BI as usual. Right, so I'm gonna give you another film whereby you go to your Google, right? Then you go to PL-300, right? You see the step, you can say PL-300, and press enter. Then you go to exam PL-300, Microsoft Power BI data analyst. So you scroll down in the vertical scroll bar, then you go to instructor layer, right? Then you go to Microsoft Power BI data analyst. Then you go down here, you go to the module that we are on is design and semantic model in Power BI. So once you click on it, you can go to exercise data model. Then from there, you can load the what? Sign into the lab, right? When you sign into the lab, and I hope this time it's not gonna cause a lot of headache on my side. But it's basically the lab for this one, right? Using Facilitator. Which browser am I using here? And I'm using this browser. Browser is not the right page. I mean, that is way. Right, so let me just close this. Let me use Google Chrome, right? Then Chrome can work better than Microsoft Edge. So if you go here, PL page 300, right? Then Microsoft exam PL page 300, Microsoft Power BI data analyst. Then you scroll down, you go to, okay, I'm too fast. I'm too furious, right? Structure leads, Microsoft Power BI data analyst. Then you go to semantic site design and semantic model and Power BI. Then after that, we go to exercise model data and Power BI. Then from there, you can go to launch the lab. As I see Microsoft Google Chrome is actually user friendly. Then from there, you can go to start the lab, right? Then maximize, right? Then loading the lab content. So when you load your lab contents, it will say your lab will be ready in about 1 minute, 40 seconds, right? Yeah. Right. Right. 1 minute and 20 seconds. Yeah, there, yeah, there, yeah, there, yeah, there. Yeah, there, 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 there. 10 seconds. Almost, right. Almost. Get a cup of coffee. Let's get a cup of coffee, water, while it's still ready. Right. Now, about 30 seconds, right? Yeah. And then please wait while we connect. Then please wait while connecting. Then okay, Pop, yeah, I'll open it while this I'm going through. So you can just read this Microsoft disclaimer. Then you go to next before you start. So let's download lab files here. Uh, so the lab will be downloading, but fortunately now the Power BI is downloading. And so while the lab is loading, I can go to sign in, nice. Just sign in with that I switched it to go up. Go for facilitate, I think I will spell this, right? Team. Always forget a team. Just continue there. Then let's go to facilitate. Okay, double there. Let me try some. Okay, let me use Notepad, right? I use Notepad. Now, copy paste. Two, four, right? Let's see the go to okay. But this one you can go to file, then you go to browse on this device, then you go to other files, then you go to all file again, then you go to let's see, go to labs, then you go to lab 3, yeah, cells. But all you need to do is you need to follow these lab instructions, right? You just need to follow these lab instructions. If there's any challenges, you can either ping me on me and facilitate that through a GoPro link, or they can WhatsApp me on 081-947-8958, or they can phone me because I'm using MTN SIM card. So I think it's much easier and cheaper on your side. So do this lab, there's a detailed explanation on how you are going to do it. Otherwise, having done this, you need to do questions, right? So I'll close this lab, then I'll close it, right? I'll close this lab, then I'll close it. Then do it. Then the next thing is you need to check your knowledge. Check your knowledge. Where you don't understand, refer back to the notes. If further you need some assistance, please contact me. Right, so that's the parts that you need to know. Right? In summary, so in this module, we have learned about modeling data in Power BI, which includes topics such as creating common tables like dot tables, learning about, and considering many-to-many relationships, resolving circular relationships, designing star schemas, and much more. So these skills are crucial to the Power BI practitioners to try. So that's it with module 3, 4, 5, right? So moving further, on our next topic, we need just type it for you. It's easier and interesting. PL-300 train yourself to navigate through the internet. Example, PL-300, Microsoft Power BI, data analyst. Then from there, you can use the vertical scroll bar. Through here, then you go to instructor led, then you go to Microsoft Power BI data analyst. Then from there, you can use the vertical scroll bar. So Friday, we've done discover data analysis, module 1, module 2, get started building Power BI, module 3, get data in Power BI, module 4, clean, transform, and load data in Power BI. Then module 5, design a semantic model in Power BI, is what I've just concluded. Then on our next class, we are going to do module 6, paid measures Power BI desktop model, then module 7, 8 calculated tables and columns for BI are listed. In module 8, use DAX time intelligence functions in Power BI display. So, like I said, if there is any challenges, don't hesitate to contact me. I'll give my details once again, though I know you've already have them, but it's just helpful to share any of my contacts with you. So I'd like to open Notepad, right? Notepad is here. We can go to, so like I said, my email address, small letter, facilitator, facilitator, to it's go for 11. Let's see what it's here. But I can email me on 084. I'm gonna call me WhatsApp, right? In WhatsApp, call WhatsApp 4 084 947 953. Otherwise, that's me, Michael Deal, your data science instructor. Thank you so much. Enjoy your course. Let's meet again. Bye.